Greetings, I'm Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together!
Woo!
So we are back with the Arcana. We're starting book 9 with Julian, and suddenly we're in the castle. Wait, oh god, the cuts between these chapters are so disorienting. Where did we go with Julian? What happened? Did we shove him into the hiding place at Mazelinka's? What's going on? Are we dreaming? Maybe we're dreaming. I headed to the dining room, still blinking sleep from my eyes, and I'm surprised to see it's already bustling. How did we get from there to here?
This has to be a dream. This doesn't make any damn sense.
Nadia sits at the head of the table, and to her right, Asra. He smiles softly at me as I enter.
Or we go drop him off and then book it back and go, I'm going to go to dinner.
Except for we're wiping sleep out of our eyes. So did we did we fall asleep somewhere and then come back? Also again,
or either that or we're tired and we're trying to, wipe sleep out of our eyes before it takes hold kind of
right,
thing.
We're trying to stay awake. So did we go shove him somewhere and then come join dinner? And also, how did Portia get off work early then? Because damn, that makes no sense.
What?
Faust is curled up around his water goblet, lazily lapping from it. Asra doesn't seem to mind. He wouldn't, and Faust is adorable.
Also, not lapping from it. Actually, snakes will totally stick their faces in and go boink!
They act a lot like a straw. They sort of just slurp with their whole, whole
so
face.
Cute.
It's really cute. And you just see the water sucking down them. No, we went to sleep.
Yep.
Ah, nerd. Finally awake. Come, join us for breakfast. This is breakfast. Also, the cleavage is out for breakfast. Are you hitting on
You
Asra?
are a snack.
Aye.
It's a pretty late night. Did you get enough sleep?
So we did, and then we went back to the castle for some reason. And no one's asking why we were gone for 2 nights. It's true. After I escorted Julian to the edge of the garden, I slipped back to the palace to avoid suspicion.
Well, good to establish what we did.
Except for if nobody minded us missing for 2 whole nights, why would they mind again? Additionally, did Astra stay the night here if he's here for breakfast?
Did they bang?
Did they totally hook up? The way I've discovered to distract the Countess is I will sacrifice myself. I will do it.
That's not hard. I was the protagonist. I was here last time. So.
I've boned her before. It's fine. Julian told me he would be waiting for me at Mazelinka's today, whenever I could get away.
But we need to find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, we need to question people, actually investigate things. We need to talk to Asra. We need to find out other things. Like, again, you, Julian, don't work alone, but we're going to work alone. In a void, by ourselves. I wonder how long he'll wait for me there. Probably as long as necessary. He has nothing else he needs to do. Why would we wonder that?
And I didn't get back to the shop until after dark. It's a long walk.
So we both did stay at the shop, and then came here for breakfast? How the hell did we get here fast enough for breakfast?
I am completely confused as to the logistics of this. Also that saying that literally, we dropped him off, then we went down to the...
Then we went to Asra's, apparently, spent the night there, and then both of us are here for breakfast. But I got to the castle, but I'm still wiping sleep out of my eyes? Or I went to Asra's, and then came back to the castle and went to bed? Which one is it? What? Why am I wiping sleep out of my eyes if I slept at Asra's and then traveled to the castle? I don't know.
I am confused.
It's a pity you didn't ask for a carriage, nerd. The palace would have been too happy to provide one. Oh well, did you find what you were looking for? Not yet, no.
I would say definitely.
Agreed?
Yeah, not yet. I'm like,
looking.
What are we looking? I'm like, we have no, like, the thing that's also bothering me is going, we're going to be investigating. Both of us are like, all right, we're going to do a mystery.
So first
it mostly
things first.
seems like everything's just sort of being handed to us in whatever chunks the writers feel like handing to us.
But also, first things first, let's sit down with Nadia and find out what we're investigating. First, what happened, because I don't know. Second, what do you know, because I don't know. Third, who is the suspect, because she tells us. Fourth, why do we suspect him? And then fifth, who else is there to investigate or involved? Like, what? Like, why? We are not talking to anyone. Obviously, we're shit at investigating. Not yet. I shake my head.
No Sherlock Holmes we are.
Ignoring the stab of disappointment deep in my gut. Oh, it's better than lying. We're still no closer to solving the mystery. It's true.
Because we haven't even given us a chance.
Oh, my. Really? Perhaps you should organize your shop better, if it's that hard to find an herb in it. Oh. Did I find what I was looking for at the shop? Dear God, I didn't even know what you were asking about.
Oh, because the thing at least that, so Asra saying I sent them away to go get a thing, oh, right, shit, well,
we didn't even remember that at all. And also that this was talking about that. I'm just
I mean, that's okay. That's actually was a pretty clever, slip up on
that. I mean, like, that could have made sense, but also we're suddenly into the next day and we don't know where we've slept or what we've done. As a player, I'd say it's a little disorienting. I didn't know what that question was. Like, maybe it was more obvious to other people. I just didn't know. I thought she was asking about something else.
That's my fault, my lady. I never make nerd clean up after themselves.
Oh, and I make such a mess. Please, call me Nadia. After last night, you should.
Please. Of course, Nadia.
I'm told you're quite knowledgeable about magic, Asra, and that you are Nerd's teacher. Yes.
A really shitty one, but that's okay. Nerd's always been pretty good at magic, too. They make a mean pep-up potion.
Ah, I see. How interesting. How refreshing it is to be surrounded by real magicians, as opposed to those fake ones I always have cavorting about me.
Aha!
I have little patience for the common frauds that litter the fortune-telling tents at the market.
More tea?
More tea! Don't ask any more questions, more tea! Sorry, that's just what that sounded like. Like, let me divert you from that further questioning immediately. Portia stands at Nadia's elbow, peering in interest at all of us. The small teapot is clutched in her hands. Oh, tea! Shaking hands at the teapot. More tea! Cold! Nadia smiles indulgently up at her, letting her hand rest delicately on Portia's elbow. You've been working hard this morning, Portia. Why don't you join us?
Oh, my lady, the bread won't butter itself. I couldn't.
You already had dinner without me last night.
No kidding.
Then she sits right down, leaning eagerly toward Asra. I couldn't. Pep, hello.
So, is your magic different than Nad's? What kind of stuff can you do? Are you interested in magic? Maybe I could teach you a few tricks too. Wow, really? Can you teach me some right now? If it's okay with my lady, I mean, I guess I am technically on duty.
I don't see why not. I'd quite like to see what you're capable of, Portia.
Oh, the blush.
Whoa! You do have a thing for Portia, don't you?
Like, damn.
Is this what happens once you choose a route? Everyone just sort of hooks up with each other in the other routes?
Right?
Like, that'd be wild going, no matter who I date, other people just get paired up around them from each other because we can't have anyone single at the end?
Right?
Be hilarious. The conversation fades off into more talk. Asra leans over and murmurs in my ear when they aren't
More
looking.
talk. Doing magic is more talk.
Wait, can you teach me something? And then we're going to completely shift our focus from you altogether?
What? Meet me at the fountain after breakfast. We need to talk.
Yeah, we do. I have a lot of things that I'm apparently not saying at all.
Aye, clearly.
Hey, did you teach her any magic? Can she learn magic? Is it hard to learn magic? Was that a joke? I want to learn more about the magic system, and that was my only shot, and now it's gone.
Cry.
Asra disappears after breakfast before I can talk to him. So I head down to the garden towards the fountain, which is where he told me to meet him, so you don't need to talk to him there, because he told you to talk to him here, so if you tried to talk to him there, you'd actually be breaking your agreement to talk to him here. It's a warm, sunny day, though I can see a hint of dark cloud on the far horizon. Can you see through all those trees, really?
Like, damn.
Asra's already seated on the lip of the fountain when I arrive. It reminds me of when I saw his visage in the water, but we're not going to call back to that because that was in the prologue.
No kidding.
Trailing his fingers idly into the water. I remember our conversation here, except I don't. Because it was all erased from my mind, because he controls my thoughts.
Yep.
Sorry, brain, we can't recall back to it. You've been mind-wiped. He smiles warmly as I sit down beside him.
It was good to see Nadia again. She hasn't changed much.
Except for she doesn't think she's ever
Nadia?
met you before?
He's called you.
So you're calling
Whoa.
Nadia Natty in an affectionate, incredibly personal way, and she's acting like she doesn't remember you at all. Did you wipe her memory, too? It's so good to finally meet you. I hear you're Nerd's master.
What?
So if she's never met you before, how are you familiar with her? There is so much. Maybe this is a much deeper mystery than I suspect. Maybe we don't trust the writers and we should. Maybe they've got a ton of stuff going on that we have no idea about.
Maybe. I mean, that's fair, but there's still a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily make up for the fact that what the information we have.
So what I've got right now is Asra's the only one wiping memories. He's wiped Nadia's, he's clearly wiped Julian's, and he's wiped ours. What's going on? Because that is the only canon I can pull together at this point. Why, 1, Julian wouldn't remember. 2, why Nadia wouldn't remember him, but he would remember her. And 3, we know he's wiped our memory because he did it in the prologue.
Mm-hmm. Unless that was a typo.
Except for we don't know.
Like, I'm just saying, Nadia is supposed to be Nadia.
Nadia? I don't know. Is it a typo?
As I'm saying, I don't know.
That's right. Asra knew her before.
Except that she doesn't remember me. Memories are missing. Not like yours.
And Julian's? Are everyone's memories missing? I haven't told Julian yet. Maybe because I don't know what it means.
Well, yeah, it would make I'm gonna tell you this thing that I don't know what to tell you about and that you don't have any information.
By the way, lots and lots of people's memories are missing. Do you think it's attached to the plague? Or maybe because he and I haven't gotten a moment to ourselves since the whole thing began. Yes, we have. Several. Quite a few, actually.
Actually, yeah.
We just keep having premium options to make out instead of talk to each other.
No kidding.
Like, that's really it. Still, if Nadia's missing memories like Julian and I are, maybe we're connected!
Am I cursed, or are you missing? That's actually a good question.
Am I cursed excludes both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like, is there a curse? Is there an endemic somehow of memories going missing?
Mm-hmm.
What does this all mean? We'll ask if he's included. Are you missing anything? Are you missing anything? I've never really asked him before. When I was just us, it was easy not to think about it. I was so busy having a low buzz of anxiety about trying to learn magic and no communication from my master that I never asked about it. And also, we were very comfortable together. But if Nadia and Julian are affected by a similar spell, it seems like too much of a coincidence.
Me? What would I be missing?
I mean, your deck for one, but you already got that back. He isn't looking at me. A hand hovers over his chest for a moment, clutching at the fabric briefly. And then the tension passes. There's no fabric over your chest, dear. It's exposed.
I mean, he has a great tit window. It's true. So you could argue that it's like over here on the side.
On the side of his chest.
But I feel like he's hiding something. Honestly, like, it seems way too damn particular with how these characters are working out. There's something there.
His hand flutters back down. His hand flutters back down to his side. I'd really love to know, without spoiling anything, is there anyone who's played through this and is just like, you know, you guys are not picking up the same tone of information as I did at all? Or for me, this was super easy and it all made sense all the way through? Or like, to me, like, I got completely different information from it than you did? Like, I would be interested to know if someone's experience just up to this point was wildly different than ours, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His hand flutters back down his side.
We're all missing something. Nadia and Ilya, they chose to forget.
And yet she wants to know the truth now, so that's not fair.
Well, that's not why I asked you here. You and Ilya are trying to figure out what happened that night, right?
Yes! Can you help me? Because I haven't asked anyone else about it at all.
I need your help, please.
I haven't asked anybody about anything, so it'd be great if you'd just tell me.
That's why you're at the palace. You're lucky Faust let me know you were in trouble.
I am lucky.
Nerd, why are you helping him?
Because he doesn't even know if he did it, and nobody knows what happened, so I don't want a man to hang unless we know he's guilty.
And also, again, if we have memories...
I want to find the truth. That's it. I just want to find the damn truth. Not no one else will, because Portia clearly will. We're just shitting on Portia here going, nope, no one else will help him.
It's also going, because the truth is actually what the whole point of this is.
It is. Like, the reason we started this journey was to find the truth. And unless we've completely gone, no, I don't care about the truth at all. I just like him for no reason. That sounds really shallow and limited of us. That sounds like a terrible character. I mean, that's not fair. Some people really go, I don't care about your past, I just want to connect with you now. Right. And that is an experience that some people have. But in this case of this game, I don't like it and I don't want to do it. I want to find the truth.
Even if you won't like what you find?
Of course. I didn't say I want to find truth that I will enjoy. I just said I want to find truth. We're not ferreting out truth so I can have a great experience. It's so I will know.
I'm also just like, truth is also a relative experience. I'm going, well, this truth is terrible. It's like, according to whom?
It doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. Who puts an emotional or moral judgment on truth? It just is. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Does Asra know what we'll find?
Yeah. He's not a perfect man. Not even really a good one.
We don't think he's good or perfect.
I don't think you're good either, honey. Like, what is this?
In fact, also, I've never accused him of being perfect, tried to tell him he's perfect, and last night was a marathon of him admitting where he was wrong and his faults, which doesn't make him perfect. Just so you know, do you think I only like people who I think are perfect? Is that why you're so careful around me?
And again, I suppose, thank you. No one really is. Are you that determined to uncover the truth?
Do you realize that the ruler of our land hired me to uncover the truth? That is a sort of thing of like, if I refuse to do it, it can be considered treason, depending on how this works.
All right.
So yes, I am very determined to uncover the truth based on the dynamics of the world established in front of me. Unless I'm going to walk up to Nadia and go, yeah, I know you compelled me to do this, and I essentially agreed by passivity, but I'm not going to do what my ruler demands of me. I'm going to just drop this thing and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds impossible if you respect your ruler or your government at all.
I love the fluidity of morality. How about
great?
you?
That determiner.
Yes.
Both. That's me.
No, it's not. It's me. It's me. They're both the same damn color. It's not.
Yes, both of us are. In fact, am I talking about Portia being both of us, or Julian both of us? Am I referring to us as a couple? There's 3 of us. All 3 of us are.
There's
no matter
4
what
of
it
you
takes.
involved now, since Asra also knows. So, like, what are you talking about?
The 3 of us are determined to help, or both Portia and I are determined to help him. Who are we referring to?
What are we talking about?
No matter what it is.
I
feel like we're referring to us as a couple, and we're just kind of hurting Asra here. Like, this is just drama to make him uncomfortable. That's what I feel like. For a moment...
I don't actually think so. I think he's just mostly being like, I'm kind of defensive because there's something he knows about. And as much as I got a weird vibe from it in the prologue, I don't think he's as weird.
In the prologue, it seems like he's super into us.
Yeah, I know. And in this, he's like, oh, right.
And he's like, I'm like, unless he's going but I have feelings for you too kind of thing, and I'm uncomfortable in 1, a protective way, because I know there's problems with this guy, but 2, also I've never told you how I feel, and now it's too late because you're clearly into someone else, and this is just kind of dragging me through the muck, even though it's my fault that I didn't tell you.
Right?
For a moment, I think he'll tell me no, but his gaze softens and he lets out a low sigh.
Take out the scourge of the south.
Can I just ask you why you cursed him?
Like really?
Really? Like, let's drop the memory and the murder and everything. Can I actually understand you, my master, and my friend a little bit more? Why did you curse Asra?
You mean Julian, not himself?
Not that one. Julian, oh my god.
Like,
Asra, why did you curse him? That's what I meant. Blah. Asra's shoulders slump. Some distant pain fluttering across his face before fading. Why won't you
just talk to us? Oh, this is so drawn out.
No one will communicate. When he looks at me, I can see the sadness deep in his eyes. Do you know it's possible to have drama without lacking communication? Like, it's also possible to have a good, engaging, interesting story without having drama. Like, it's really possible. I don't know.
If you're really determined to get answers, you'll find him at the Colosseum.
Okay, but
are we talking about
is
Miro?
This you also going passively, like, I won't help you, and I'm just going to sort of point you in a direction and wish you the best? Thank you. I haven't been able to talk to anyone else about this, and I won't ask any questions, so I'm glad you're volunteering it.
Please, stay safe.
Is the Colosseum dangerous? I nod, hoping that I know how to stay safe. Words failing me as they get stuck in my throat, and turn my back to Asra as he heads out of the garden.
As you head out of the garden.
Julian is waiting for me at Mazelinka's. He'll want to know what I discovered. I haven't discovered anything unless I go to the Colosseum.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I have nothing. What are you talking about?
Why would I go to Julian first? I discovered that Asra would speak to me and told me a place to go, but I shouldn't take you because it gets you out in public even more?
Also, I'm like, where the hell is the Colosseum?
I don't know. I only hope he didn't get sick of waiting.
Is that the place where we were in the marketplace and it looked like there was the Colosseum in the background where I went? It looked...
Could be.
Like, if I remember, Portia was looking for us, we ran into her.
Well, that was the square.
It was the Colosseum in the background.
Could be. I only hope he didn't get sick of waiting. Why would he get sick of waiting? Like
you said you will help him, and he's going to believe you, and I think, unfortunately, Julian might be the type to actually, like, sit there when he really settles in on it, will most likely actually hurt himself.
Are we really going, but what if he doesn't like me and he gets tired of waiting for me? As if this isn't a professional interaction that we're having, where he's going to wait for me to give him more information, or am I meeting him romantically, and I'm going, but what if he gets tired of waiting? Like, why would he get tired of waiting?
I don't know.
What else does he need to do? Not to invalidate his life, but
look, we moved over.
The trip into the city doesn't take as long this time.
It's also a different part of the city.
Hang on. No, it's still the thing.
Yeah, but it moved over.
Well, yeah, the background shifted a little bit.
We did shift.
We have a shift. We're standing at a slightly different angle. And here's the city from a slightly different angle. The trip into the city doesn't take as long this time. Because you walk faster, because you know the way better, because you're stronger now. I know my way through the garden, passing through a lemon stone gate into golden fields.
What the hell is a lemon stone gate? That sounds either very charming or very sour.
Also, why do I have to go through the garden to get out of the castle? When I arrive at Mazelinka's door, the sun is high in the sky, but the dark clouds on the horizon have creeped closer. Are we at Mazelinka's? Is she in this alleyway? There's a bustle and a scrape as I knock on her door, and after a moment of noise, Julian answers the door breathlessly.
I fell asleep, sorry.
It could have been something. No, he was just sitting there at the kitchen table.
Furious.
Just worrying and waiting the whole time, doing nothing but waiting. And so then there was a knock at the door. And he immediately just flung himself at the door, throwing the chair back that he was sitting in. Maybe he was. Who knows? There's a bustle and a scrape. He answers the door breathlessly. What if someone else was knocking, you idiot?
No, then you had I was waiting for you. Did you get it out all right? Tell me you got it out all right.
We agreed that you were going to wait for me, so I'd imagine you were waiting for me. Are you okay?
Yeah, right.
A figure comes up behind him, but we can't see them because he's so damn tall, as he leans casually against the door, shoving him aside.
Look, Mazelinka.
Mazelinka peers up at me. God, if I'm short, she must be tiny. Poor baby. Hands on her hips and a wooden spoon clutched in her hand.
She's gonna spank him
there it is.
really hard.
There you are. Hope you've come to take this mess off my hands. Boy's been driving me crazy. I can't get her voice. Damn it.
It's okay.
I had it. There you are. Hope you've come to take this mess off my hands. Boy's been driving me crazy. Well, come in. Do you need an invitation?
Well, nerd, you heard her. Wouldn't do to keep her waiting. Trust me, I've tried.
He steps aside and ushers me into Mazelinka's house. I had it so good the first time.
Oh, you'll get it.
Damn, I'll get it. The smell of familiar spices hits me as I step past the threshold into the house. These kinds of things aren't like a scripted, voice acting. I can't just look at the character reference and know which line I'm going to do, because I do not know this story. Mazelinka heads over to the table and peers into a glowing pot, sampling the brew before adding a dash of twigs. First sand soup, now twig soup. I love her variety. Her repertoire is huge.
Yes! The burn is real. Would you like a little sand with your twigs?
Get wrecked.
I'm also... Get wrecked. We might be a magician who interacts with herbs all the time, but bullshit. You'd use twigs and sand, and I bet next you'll be telling me it's quartz.
Except for me, I'm looking at it going, I can't recognize that it's a plant. It's just twigs. I can't recognize that it's ground up something. It's just sand. I have no idea what you're using, even though I use this stuff all the time. Then she ladles it into a small container and places it in a rather full sack she shoves into my arms. Did she put a lid on the container?
Please tell me she did. I mean, it's supposed to contain things, so I hope there's a lid on the container. She put a little animal hide on it and wrapped some twine around the top.
Right. I hope she sealed it first. Let's just say she seals it first. Here, that boy won't eat unless you force him to, so I made you two lunch. There's a deep fondness in her eyes, and though her words sound harsh, I can tell how fond she is of Julian.
Fond? You think she's fond of him? You
Apparently.
think she's very fond of him? How fond do you think she is of him? How fond would you like to be of him?
10% fond.
I think it needs to be about 20% more fond.
20% fonder. I was going to do that too. I was going to make the pony reference. I'd be like, needs to be 20% fonder. Worry flits over her face. Make sure he eats. He's too skinny as it is.
Lita, my dear slender, out!
Live.
Live! I like Lita.
Leave it. Yes. He ducks a friendly swat to his ear, which she has to jump up to do, and gives Mazelinka a dashing grin.
Get down here, you little twat!
I pull him down by his shirt and smack him gently on the head with a spoon.
Very... Him going, no.
Being pulled toward the rest of his retribution. Pep! She's so short. She grabs me by my hand, and then pulls on my sleeve, and then pulls on my shoulder, and then pips me on the head with a spoon.
I'll just go get my stuff then, shall I? Another exciting day? Another exciting adventure?
God, when you're indoors, you just take your clothes off, don't you?
He's like, I have nothing else but to do, what to do with myself except have complete nudity.
Except for I would just be comfortable and have my shirt open at all times. You need buttons, dear. You just,
I mean, he just doesn't like his nipples
buttons.
being chafed.
Baby!
Yeah.
He tugs a trapdoor open and drops down into the hole. That's the hide hole. Head nearly bumping against the wood as he drops. Yes. Mazelinka gives me a long, discerning look before speaking. Well, she's already been shipping us together, so he really does brighten up when you're around, you know? It's good to see you. But he's a miserable mess when you're not. He's like a puppy, really. It's rather annoying. What does he say about me? Say nothing. Sure, what does he say about me? We're not going to make out with you. This sounds safe.
Thank God.
How many times have you seen him with someone he's interested in?
Right.
He didn't do it for Asra?
Bird!
Bird!
Oh, damn!
I mean, when he falls in the water, he might be.
Little eely.
Julian appears in the trapdoor, climbing gracefully out. The tips of his ears are bright red. He was listening. He's also fully dressed, coat buttoned and things packed. I hear the distinct jingle of coin. That's fine, but where are we going together? You packed a sledge. Where are we going?
He did have money. Damn, I completely forgot that in the other episode, because remember he
that's
opened
fine.
up the foreign money, and he's like, what kind of coin do you take?
Yeah, he
so
said he
I
has money.
apologize like crap.
No, he totally has money, but that's fair. I didn't point it out either.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
He's also fully, like, where are we going? I just showed up. Did we have an agreed on place to go?
I know, what are we doing?
Weren't we going to debrief here? Like, weren't we going to show up and tell him what we've learned? Not show up and
Which is to say
immediately-
we haven't really learned much of anything, but, you know.
Like, how does he know we're leaving? You're going to wait for us to meet us to go where? His assumption is that we're leaving the house. Her assumption is that we're leaving the house. Did we agree to leave? He's going to meet us for what? We don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing? You've been telling tales again, Mazelinka.
Nonsense. Never told a tale in my life. Now get out of my house. She gives me a lingering look before toddling off. Toddling off?
Toddling off?
Why does she toddle? Murmuring to herself. I've got to stop toddling.
Yeah, about what Mazelinka said.
You mean you like me?
I do care what happens to you. I do care.
You said that.
And I'm glad you're on my side.
You bet.
So, did you find anything out from the palace?
Well, I talked to Asra.
You did? What did he say? Did he say anything about me?
He said you willfully chose to forget the previous part of your life, so it's your fault you don't remember the murder. Oh, I mean, he told me to seek out the Scourge of the South at the Colosseum.
Oh, the Colosseum? What's he playing at? That place hasn't been used since... Oh, Asra, you sly dog. What are you doing poking around there? Well, I guess we'll find out. Come along, Ned. I'm not just going to tell you or anything. You're all just going to have to discover it later and be surprised after we go shopping.
Why are we going shopping?
Why?
Hang on, why are we going shopping? Hang on, it's the middle of the day and you're at large. Hang on. What? We approached the Colosseum on foot. We didn't go shopping?
What?
Did we go shopping?
I hope so.
And here's this thing that happened off screen over there. Okay.
Some things we cover and other things we don't. You'll just have to guess which day, which one we're going to cover.
Also, the next chapter happens somewhere completely else. And I'm like, I don't know what kind of time has passed between chapters unless it's always somehow one night and then that's supposed to be what you understand. And so then it works differently. We approach the Colosseum on foot. Beside me, Julian makes no effort to hide his face. Okay. He doesn't need to. There's no one around. Was he doing so before we got here? The Colosseum's been abandoned for years. There hasn't been a fight since the Count's death. Well, commerce really has shut down
so
then.
slavery,
basically like shutting down the Super Bowl and professional football since the Count died. That's a huge piece of revenue and infrastructure. Like, that is what Colosseums usually were. They were the giant sporting arena for everything. Like, that's wild that you could just shut that down and have, you know what? No wonder your people don't like you. You removed, like, everything that makes them happy, all the morale boosters.
Or, all the stuff that kept them from looking at their problems kind of thing, too.
If there was ever a scourge here, they'd only be fighting ghosts in the dirt now.
It may look abandoned, but nerd, it's not.
How do you know?
There's an entire red market that goes on beneath our feet, right under the nose of the palace.
Why aren't you staying there, where people would where nobody's going to turn you in?
I used to be a card-carrying member. Give me a second and I'll have the way open in a jiffy.
And why did you stop?
What?
He moves over to a blank wall set between two columns, running his long fingers over the brick. We've got a black market here. We've got a black market.
It's also got to be the red market, not the black market, because, well...
I know.
Which one was it? 2 to the left, 3 right, up, down.
It's Diagon Alley! We're going into Diagon Alley!
Hey, Harry! You're a wizard.
Oh, no, but I am a wizard. Damn, how did you know?
Surprise Pikachu face.
It's okay, I'm also just like... It's the red market because of the plague?
Maybe. Got it. Don't be too frightened now, Ned.
We're just going into diagonally. Did he say diagonally? He steps back and gestures to the wall with a wide flourish. Nothing happens.
Did I press the wrong brick?
You might have. Just press lots of bricks, it's fine.
Did they take me off the VIP list?
Maybe.
Ooh, I'm disappointed.
He trails off, shaking his head. Asra didn't say I needed to bring you here. He just said I needed to go here, so maybe you don't need to be here. Asra wouldn't have sent us here on a wild goose chase. And if I focus, I can feel energy thrumming beneath my feet, beating, A wild, erratic rhythm. I don't need you, Julian. He sent me here. He didn't even know I was going to go collect you to bring you here. So you know what? I can do this.
I got it.
I close my eyes, centering myself and focusing on that untamed energy, trying to find a source. My feet move without looking as I follow the feeling. The edges of the darkness tinge slightly red as I get closer. I want red tinging darkness here. It wouldn't have taken much.
I know, I'm like, damn, you should have done it. That's actually what I was waiting for. Going, will it fade in? Damn, it's not. Nerd. Where are you going? Is this a magic thing? Are you doing a magic thing? Nerd. Hello.
I keep walking and I don't even notice he's talking to me.
Because he's a damn peacock.
When I open my eyes, I'm standing in the middle of the arena and there's a small latch at my feet. It's okay, they don't use the Diagon Alley door anymore. They now just climb down through a porthole. Porthole, just so you know.
Oh, no, I know.
I bend down, open it, and peer inside. There's a rickety ladder leading down into the darkness below. They've just downgraded their services. They don't use a magic wall anymore. They had just cut a hole in the floor.
Yeah, I figure it's more efficient.
They figured it would let more people in, but nobody was looking anyway.
Well, would you look at that?
Asra did send me here, not you here. But I'm
down
not trying
the
to
rabbit
mock you.
hole we go.
I suppose. Is your cloak going to fit through this?
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I got to crumple it a little bit.
That seemed like a really short chapter. Was that super short?
Or
am
I have no idea.
crazy?
Take a look-see.
Nope, I guess that was it.
Yeah, well, I guess thanks, guys, for joining us.
Absolutely.
This has been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!